Welcome to Lee Pitts Live here on Fox 4. We're so thrilled to be here covering Ken Burns' retirement ceremony. He's retiring from his great work as an educator here in the area. Last job he had was at Dunbar Community School, which is in the heart of the community right there on High Street. A good friend of mine, Ken, he's the recipient of the Lee Pitts Live Educator of the Year Award last year, and he's held up to all those standards. We're here at the Dr. Kerry Robinson Center, and I'll be doing double duty tonight. I'll be the master of ceremony for the event, and I'll be out here interviewing some people who can give some comments about their knowing Ken and just this whole experience. It's going to be a packed house tonight, about 250 people right inside this venue. We're in the reception period. Behind us, the food is being prepared, and it's just going to be a great night. We have Trey Boston, like the city. Yes, you guys here in Southwest Florida, you know him and around the country as NFL standout, safety with the Arizona Cardinals. So welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Yeah, how you doing, boss man?
I'm good, man. I'm sorry that in high school I didn't get a chance to interview you. I basically interviewed all the standout football players who were here during their high school days, but now I'm catching you at the NFL level. Yeah. I did catch Ernest Graham and Dion in high school. That's letting people know how old I am.
Yeah, a little age.
Yeah, been on the air like 28 years. But I noticed everybody here, man, coming up to you, giving you those hugs. Yeah. You seem to, they seem to appreciate what you've done, and I guess what you were when you were here in high school and in middle school, and then you seem to reciprocate that back to them. So this is like a family reunion for you?
Of course, and it's amazing, you don't know the pieces of the puzzle of who knows Mr. Burns until you come to something like this. And, it's unbelievable for me. I come in here and, I have seen a few people who I'm like, oh, my God, hey, love to see you, didn't even know you'd be here. But I guess it attests to, the young man that I am. It attests to the mentors that I have, that they're here together, and not knowing, so when it just kind of right now it's kind of surreal seeing people who I truly love, but to see the tree of how they're still all, they all know each other at the same time, and that's kind of what I try to do in my foundation, is try to teach these kids that in our own neighborhoods we have these successful people that we can look up to in different fields. And for me, just being here is one of those, surreal moments for me to know that that's why he means so much to me.
You actually attended a high school that he was the principal at the time?
Yes, sir. Norfolk Myers High.
Talk about that, your experience when you first met him and how he impacted your life.
Yeah, when we're talking Ken Burns, we're talking about a man who would take the shirt off his back, give it to you. When they talk about that, it's real, because we really first got together because he coached our freshman basketball team, and this was the first time he was going to coach in a long time. And just that year alone, it was kind of like a Coach Carter. It was you had to come to school on game days wearing your tie and your button up, and everybody wanted to wear jerseys, but that's not what they believed in. So, Coach was like, "This is how we come. We're about business. The whole day you're about business. Even in school, do your work, glide through it, so you don't got to go and have to have homework after the game." He was all about getting the business done. So, at a young age, I kind of had that figure to, look up to and say like, wow, like Christian man, married, beautiful family, but he's so well-mannered in how he comes about his business.
Real cool.
So
everybody's equal with, no up here, you down here.
So if he yells at you, you did something wrong.
Right.
So for me, that's why every opportunity I usually got when I, first got away, even in college, I would come back year off season after off season, and try to do something with Mr. Burns, whether it was
outstanding.
Talk to ALC, students, because I was once an ALC student. Talk to Norfolk Myers kids, and we were at Norfolk Myers. Talk to Dunbar community. Talk to the adults in the Dunbar Community School. I thank him because I see that as a way to keep blessing others with teaching people, again, success. You know, it's measured up on beyond the materials. It's within, and that's something Mr. Burns, you know, has also helped us see. You know, he's a very successful man, and the lives that he's impacted, we're able to come back and tell our stories, and, you know, it's a blessing.
It's great. You got about 250 people who will be filing in here tonight, this evening, to celebrate his work. You got people like yourself, NFL football player who was impacted by him at a young age. What are some things that you learned from Mr. Burns that when you grew up, you didn't realize that they were going to benefit you, and you're so glad that you were able to learn those from him? I know you mentioned time management already.
Yeah. Not only time management, I think just, you know, being a man about, you know, your business. You know, again, talking about that was a man who's going to go to work, go home, feed his family, nourish others' minds, bodies, souls, and the children, and then every day come to work with a smile on his face. If you got in trouble, sometimes you were having a bad day. Mr. Burns knew how to talk to you and show you that, you know, there's different ways to go about your energy. There's different ways to, you know, see about life. And for me, you know, that meant so much to me as a young child, because I needed somebody right there. You know, I had my mother who was, you know, amazing to me, but Mr. Burns was just a new figure. You know, honestly, an African-American figure who, you know, you see in a predominant role like an assistant principal as a child. You're like, that's a pretty nice job, you know. So to see him there, you know, again, being by his business, it taught me once I got to college, and once I became an adult, you know, this is the way you do you know, your business, and this is how you handle yourself as a man, and you should always handle yourself with honor, and carry yourself with that no matter where you go. And when you walk in the building, you should have people coming up to you, greeting you because of everything you've done. And I feel, you know, again, honored to just, you know, have had him.
What do you hope that people take away from this evening's celebration? You're going to be having different speakers coming up. You're going to have just a great program all centered around him. What do you hope people take from that?
This was an amazing man. That this is a man who truly cared about his, you know, city, his community. A man who would do anything for anybody, as long, you know, and you wouldn't even have to ask sometimes, just because he loved you. You know, for me, there's going to be so many emotions tonight. You know, I just hope everybody takes away at the end of the day that, you know, that's an amazing man, and I'm truly happy to recognize him while he's still here.
And I'm so glad that people can see the fruit of Ken's labor. When you see people like Trey Boston here coming back, taking time out to be a part of this. He's got the bling bling on.
Yeah, man.
You know, I see people coming all up to him. I was like wondering if they're gonna try to snatch this off of you, man. Go ahead and update people on what you're up to now. You arrogant on the Cardinals, and you're going to be looking. You might be on another team next year.
Yeah. So you know, just free agency now, just relaxing. I'll make my decision in a few weeks. You know, just enjoying my time with my family. You know, enjoying my time just back here, being able to run my camp. Like I said, had my camp today. You know, to be able to run that and then still show up for this, you know, shows how important this is as well.
You got any other camps coming up before you go back?
No. That was my annual camp. We'll run it again next year, most likely last week of June, like we do every year. You know, last Saturday, and you know, tune in.
How can people hit you up on social media?
At TreyBoss10, TREBOS10, TreyBoss10, a little clever.
That would be Instagram? Yeah,
Instagram and Twitter. Okay. And Facebook, just Trey Boston. Look me up, and that's how you can reach me.
You the man.
Thank you.
Well, Trey, man, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to try to get a more in-depth interview with you down the road.
Yeah.
Talk a lot of wide range of things since I didn't catch you here in high school.
Yeah.
And we'll see how all that works out, man. You're a gentleman and a scholar, man.
Well, I appreciate you, boss, man. Thank you for having me.
I understand you're going to go into communication field down the road, huh?
Well, I mean, that's
you've already done some work in?
Yeah, that's all my degree. I've done, you know, tons of work with NFL Network, different broadcasting events. That's something I'll, you know, do when I'm done. But right now, we're going to enjoy playing football while we can.
Okay, well, thanks for making me famous, man.
Hey, I'm trying.
We'll be right back.